Greetings RC friends, welcome to Props and Wheels. In case you haven't watched the previous 3 episodes about these IMDEN Speed Pioneer trucks that I got, actually one of them, as a birthday present. This one was a present to me from my sister and my brother-in-law, and unfortunately it came out dead on arrival from the box. They got it from Amazon, and there was a card of the customer service. I reached out and they sent me a second one which was working fine. But then I was able to get the second one work. So what was the problem with the first one? I was suspecting transmitter issues because the transmitter out of the box did not bind to the truck. So that was the first big issue. Then I was able to bind it. I didn't know how I did that, but I was able to bind it. And then the controls were very jittery. So when I moved the controller, the wheels, the front wheels were steering right and left and not staying in the middle. I think it's a defective receiver or transmitter because you see I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving this and then the wheels are moving and I can actually control, but it is jittery, so it's not controlling from time to time. So there was something wrong with the connection inside probably. It was intermittent enough that we decided to do the review. In the last episode, my younger son Kaya and I, we took these outside and they were ball. They were so much fun. I mean, these are my first ever proportional, almost hobby grade. I call them transition grade RC trucks or cars. So we had great fun on the tall grass as well as on asphalt. And then while we were enjoying everything, something snapped inside and this spring-loaded steering control was all loose. It was just going right and left. It was still intermittently controlling the steering, but it was completely loose, like something came off. Okay. Well, something happened to my controller. It's not spring-loaded anymore. It's free floating. Yeah, I heard a cracking sound and this happened. So I opened up the transmitter, this one, number 1. I never had any issues with the number 2. And this is what I saw. I think I found the issue with the first car's controller. So when I opened this up, do you remember it was when I jiggled it right and left? The wheels were moving right and left. This connector, it says CON 2, it's connector 2, which goes to the steering channel over here. This was half in, and it was just probably coming in and out. It was held in place because it's this proximity to here, and it was just jiggling out. That connector was held in place, although it was like a half in, because it was being pushed by the wall over here. And when I opened up the 2 halves, it came out. So probably it was just making connections, intermittent connections, when I moved the controller right and left. So what I did was I pressed that in. Also, there is a little spring that centers, when you let go, that centers the wheel, like this one. It's coming back to the center. That little spring came off. So this has also that spring. It's the same type of spring like this one. I already screwed it in, so I cannot show it, but it's on the other side. I put it in, and the tabs holding that spring are really tiny. So if you over-rotate this, if you push too hard because maybe you're excited, you want to turn fast, it may snap. So you may have to open it and do that again. Just put the spring back where it's supposed to be. If it happens again, probably I'm going to build the larger tabs by using some like 5-minute epoxy so it doesn't come out of those tabs. So as you have seen, there were 2 issues. The first one with the connector, steering connector to the main board, the controller board. And I'm guessing because of that connection, maybe it was not connected when I first opened the box. And that's probably the reason it was not binding to the truck, to the receiver. Because the receiver is expecting a signal, a specific signal from that channel. If there is a lack of any signal, it doesn't bind. Maybe it is a safety feature. Anyway, once it started making that intermittent connection because I was shaking it, it bound, but then it was shaky because of that connection. And the spring that centers the steering snapping was unrelated issue. Probably it's a quality issue, but as I mentioned, I may just make larger tabs so it doesn't come off as easily, or I have to be less ham-fisted and not, over rotate this when I get excited. So that's it, folks. I have 2 working trucks, and my son and I, we are going to continue enjoying this. Stay tuned for more RC car and truck videos coming. Although our channel's focus is more on RC aircraft, from time to time we decided to review these kind of gems, nice RC trucks and cars as well. I hope this video was useful in case you are having similar issues with the same model or other models with similar controllers, toy grade controllers. This is one issue with toy grade controllers. They are not perfect, so they are usually not well made as hobby grade ones. Hope to see you on the next video. Stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.